Jimmy Dix International Eats.
Hello everybody. Today we're making two different things on one video. It's going to be two Korean side dishes. Check out these wee little cucumbers I found at the store. Aren't they wee? Little bitty things. So I cut the ends off of each side. And this is going to be kind of like a cucumber kimchi. Or spicy cucumber. But either way, it's freaking good. You're going to love it. The other one I'm going to make is gimbap or kimbap. It's basically a Korean type of, it looks like a sushi roll. But it has nothing in it, but I don't do fish in it. It has a bunch of veggies, which I'll talk more about later. And the only real protein in it is going to be an egg. And I'll show you how to make that up too. But for now, I'm going to continue chopping these up. You don't need to see how this happens. I'm pretty sure y'all got the gist of it. So I'll be back. Alright, I got them all cut up now. Now what we need to do is add some salt. So I'm going to add a tablespoon. Depends on, how much you got going on here. That's probably enough, a tablespoon of salt. And don't worry about that because I'm going to rinse it all off later. The reason for the salt is to extract the water from the cucumber. Otherwise, if you've ever had it before and people didn't do this step, it's really watery and it dilutes the flavor and the spiciness. So, I'm add just a hair more. So you just want to make sure everything gets good and salted. Mix it with your hands, your flesh mitts. Alright, now I'm going to let this sit for about 30 minutes and you'll see all the water that has been extracted from the cucumber. Alright, it's been 30 minutes. You can see how much water is coming off of that. So, now comes good old-fashioned rinse. So I'm going to rinse these once, and then I'm going to soak them for 5 minutes, and rinse them again. And when I'm done with the soaking and the final rinse, I'm going to show you what goes on next. Because next, all that's left is flavoring it up. Alright, I am drained and rinsed. Now it's time for the good part. So, this right here is hot pepper flakes. It's red pepper powder, I should say, not hot pepper flakes. It's at any kind of a Korean store, you'll find it. So we're starting out with a tablespoon. Because it all depends on how much you got going on. This is the same red pepper powder flakes that they put into kimchi. Alright, next we're going to do a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of sesame oil. Sesame oil is the bomb diggity. Next is mirin. It is a sweet cooking rice seasoning. You're going to see this used again later. So about a teaspoon of that as well. Now then, this is chili garlic sauce. So instead of having to do all the garlic and stuff, I'm just doing this because it packs a punch. Not with heat so much, but with garlic. So that was probably a half a teaspoon. Next, let me give this a rinse, is gochujang. Gochujang. This is just a red pepper paste. that's really popular in Korean cooking. So I'm just going to put a little dab of that in there. It only has a little bit of heat. Next, tablespoon of sugar. Because what goes better with hot but sweet. And then, tablespoon of toasted sesame seeds. Can't go wrong with that either. Alright. And I want to say that's everything. So let's start the mix. That gochujang. I probably should have mixed it with another liquid because of the fact that it's thick. Already, this smells good. Some people put more salt in it, but I don't think you need it. But I will be sampling this for the heat to see if we need any additional pepper powder, of the red pepper powder. Ooh. This is like eat me, so I'm gonna That should be a crime. That this is so good. Alright. I don't need any additional pepper powder because it has just the right amount of bite. Just the right amount of sweet and just the right amount of salty. So this is spicy cucumber Korean style side dish. Next we'll be moving on to kimbap. Can't wait for that. Moving on. We are starting our prep for kimbap. So I have a little hot pan going on right here. And I'm going to put these eggs in. That's 3 eggs that I just, beat up with a fork. And I'm just going to turn this around until it's even. And then I'm going to keep on cooking it until it sets. So that hopefully, God willing, I can pick it up and flip it in one piece. That's the true trick. I'll let you know how it turns out. I decided to take you with me on this journey. It's starting to look set. This is not an advertisement for the copper pan. But here goes nothing. Bam! Alright, so now I'm going to cook this for just a minute. And then I'm going to transfer it to a plate and let it cool. Because I got all kinds of other veggies to prep. Bam! You can see there's a little salt and pepper in there too. That's it though. Turned out good. Is hot pan, a little sesame oil, and then I cut a carrot into like long sticks. Ooh, I'm gonna cut that one again. Too big. So, all right. So I'm gonna just sprinkle up probably a little bit of salt on here too. The sesame oil, it's very fragrant. I don't know if you've ever used it or not, but man is it good. So I'm just going to cook these up until they're soft, softer than raw, because you want a little bite left in them. Don't overcook them. And I'm going to put them on my little plate of goodies as I'm prepping everything, and then you will see what's going on here. Be back in a minute. Here's my egg. So now I'm going to cut it into strips, just like this. Maybe an inch wide. So this little thing here, kimbap, in Korea, it's known as a picnic food. because, and also they pack it in school lunches and stuff like that. For me, it's an anytime food because it's the bomb. You gotta love it. Here's a jalapeno. What am I doing with this? The beauty of kimbap is that you can put anything you want in it. So one of my favorite kind of sushis is cream cheese and jalapeno. So I'm gonna do one with cream cheese and jalapeno because I love it. Of course, I gotta remove this hot little mama jamma right here. And I will cut it into strips. Because you know all the heat's in this is in the seeds. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it. In this little membrane here. So, alright. That ought to do. Maybe I'll give this one a little bit more extra loving. I'll show you what I got going on so far. And then I will move on to the rice. So here's my plate so far. You see we got the egg, carrots, green onion, jalapeno right down here in the corner. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare the rice. And I did do sushi rice. And I love when things are right there when you first open it up. But you can use any short grain rice you want. However, don't ever use jasmine rice or long grain because it needs to be sticky, as you will soon see why. So you can see the steam coming off of this. It's pretty hot, so I'm just trying to break it up a little bit. And you want to slice through it, I guess. This is the real way to do it. So to this, you do a pinch of salt. Then you do the dream team of sesame oil. Maybe a teaspoon or so. And mirin. Remember that from the other one? Just a little bit of mirin. Alright. Now, we slice through it. And by slicing through, you're making sure that you're getting everything coated. You can give it a flip or two every now and then, but you're not breaking apart the rice. Alright. Alright. So, that's it. Rice is done. We're going to cover it with a towel to make sure it stays sticky. I'm going to do the final prep on the other stuff, and I'll be right back. I forgot to add something, of course, sesame seeds. Just a little bit of sesame seeds. So I'm going to slice them in. Gotta have sesame seeds. Alright. Better late than never. Alright, cover you back up again. Let's get this party started. Alright, seaweed. Only want one sheet though. Seaweed has two sides, a shiny and a rough. And you want the rough to be down. People freak out when sushi and stuff like this, they think it's so hard. But really, it's not. So what we're going to do here, using our little fingers, we're going to do about 2/3 of this in rice. And it doesn't have to be super thick, but you want enough rice, you know, to cover everything. You can always add more. That's the beauty. of it. And you also want to wet your fingers. When you wet your fingers, the rice will stick to the nori or the seaweed and not to your fingers. And I like it to be pretty clean. So I'm leaving this little gap up here for the rolling part. And you see I'm going good on the sides here, and that's because normally the sides are like when you roll up a cinnamon roll, it's just all kinds of extra. So let's get a nice piece of egg. Let's do a whole green onion, some carrot, do a little bit of carrot. The most important thing in bebop history, daikon radish. So let's get this baby straight on. What you want to do is lift up with your thumbs, press it in with your fingers, and just fold it over. Give it a little squeeze of poo, and do it again. And continue to roll it. Once you get it all rolled, give it a good sound squeeze. Squeeze it like it owes your money. Bam! Look at that beautiful thing. Now the seam, you put that side down on a flat surface. And the moisture from the veggies will actually seal it up nicely. However, another little tricksy poo is just the slightest little bit of sesame oil, and you just rub it in there. Yep, extra flavor. Let me show you another one that I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do all these until I run out. The next one's gonna be my cream cheese and jalapeno. Deliciousness. And you wet your fingers. If you don't, the rice will remind you that you didn't. And a little more wherever you need it. Another cool thing about this, it does not require refrigeration. You're going to eat it the same day that you make it. So, no need to worry about it. Alright, first off, the cream cheese. Break off a little piece for right here. Next up, the jalapenos. If you like spicy, this is so good. Alright, lift it up. Holding everything in place. I'm just going to continue to roll. Bring that up. Alright. Bam. A whamma bamba. Thank you, sushi. Ooh, we got some coming out the sides. That's going to be a good little bite. Alright. Isn't that easy? I'll show you what I'm done, what a plate of this looks like. Ah, scram. Would you look at this? 2 Korean side dishes. Kimbap and spicy cucumber. We're going to have a good dinner tonight. Because these are just the sides. Imagine what the main dish is going to be. Holy moly. Alright, please try this. You see it's super easy. and it tastes amazing. Please subscribe to my channel if you would, please. It really matters. Hit like, leave a comment, tell me how much you love it. Have a good day. Peace out.
June